My good friend, the Comic Figure Blog, was talking about how 6-inch Black Series to him is a line that is really focused on just a standalone figure that is just really good. And I really do agree with that. And when it comes to Star Wars, Darth Vader is the main man. He is the number one. So naturally, you really want a really good standalone 1/12 scale Darth Vader figure, right? We had this guy for 2014 and just up until recently. That's almost 3 years, and it's a pretty good figure. I actually did enjoy it when before I got this one, and I did think it was pretty good. It does have issues. It has issues. Like it does. It is not flawless. But this guy, the new 40th anniversary A New Hope Darth Vader, is spectacular. It is amazing. You can expect this thing to maybe show up on the Figure of the Year list. It's really good. I do want to compare some things on these guys. You know what's good about them, what's bad about them, and just compare and see which one you'd want to get. Because currently this guy is fairly around retail price, if not a little more. And this is in a $40 set with a big base that is very space consuming. It's so big that I can't even actually fit it on my desk, so that's why I'm not showing it to you. But I do just want to compare these guys, take a look at them, and, judge for yourself which one's better, even though it's not going to be too hard. Starting from the head down on these guys, and you can really see the differences with these helmets. This 2014 Black Series Vader helmet is, as many people call it, puppy-eyed. It has giant eyes, and one thing too is that the top helmet doesn't really have much of a presence. You can see it's very just squished, and the profile of it is very downward. However, this newer one does not have such a downward profile, as it has a sharper profile, and the faceplate is way better. It doesn't have the puppy eyes, it looks very accurate, and the coloring of them is very different as well. This one has a very matte color to the helmet. It's very it's shiny, but that's just because I'm hitting a lot of light on it. It's a very matte plastic. However, you can see the shine on this is very natural and very similar to how it is in the movies. Also, they got the actual silver paint details on the actual helmet. It has silver right there on the side of the cheek, silver right there on that side of the cheek, and silver right below that eye. You may think it's just the lighting, and that's what Lucasfilm originally wanted you to believe. That's why that was there. Because just an all-black helmet doesn't really hit light as well as maybe some highlights on it, so they added some paint to the actual screen-used costume to make it look a little more sheeny under certain lightings. Really interesting background on that. Also, this one does have the removable two-piece helmet. That's the excuse as to why it looks bad. This guy does not have removable helmet whatsoever. This Sebastian Shaw likeness it's okay. It looks like a good under-the-mask Darth Vader, but it doesn't really look like Sebastian Shaw. The mouth is a little too visible, and I don't know. It's just it's got some nice paint though, and it actually looks really good. But it's just it doesn't look like Sebastian Shaw, and you're not really gonna see it that much because everyone's gonna keep the helmet on for their Darth Vader. Also, this one has the neck peg going inside the body, and you can see the chain is inside the body. I cannot get it out. It's like really stuck in there. I would say the only way I would get it out would be if I really work with it, like shake them around. There we go. You can see this one does have a real metal chain per Return of the Jedi, and this guy does not have a metal chain. Going down just below, you can see this chest armor looks fair. It looks pretty fair. However, this one just looks way better. And moving this cloth off to the side, you can see the silver paint is way more metallic than this. This one's almost more bronze. I really do prefer the chest piece there. Also, the control panels are different per the designs of the movies. Going down to the crotch piece, you can see that this cloth right here, this is with all of them, by the way. It just isn't tucked in properly on this side. Tucked in right on that, not on this. I've always tried to tuck it in properly, and it just doesn't work. This one makes the solution way easier by having the tuck just, be really simple. Thus, it looks really good. No real complaints there. I do like that. I do believe that the sculpts are entirely different for the rest of the figures. I don't really see them being similar. I'm seeing some different ripples in the costumes. I don't think they're identical. Let me actually check and look really closer off camera. The entire body is in fact a different sculpt. Very similar sculpt, but different. Going down to the boots as well, you can see very matte plastic, very nice and glossy. Also with the gloves, you can see the New Hope Vader has way more glossier gloves, and I really do prefer that look. The Return of the Jedi Vader has pretty much a useless left hand. It's only a force gesturing hand, and the New Hope one corrects that by not only having it force gesturing, but also having it able to hold things. So that's a really nice hand right there. Also, the shoulder armors, you can see, once again, having that more of a bronze look on this one. Already you can see that that chain has gone back in, and also the arm articulation. This is pretty much the major point of articulation difference between these. The shoulders can only move outward this far on him, and the elbows can only bend that much. You can see that is less than 90 degrees right there. For this Vader, the shoulders can move all the way out, and the elbows can move a very nice 90 degrees, like a nice deep 90 degrees. Not kinda 90 degrees, actually 90 degrees. The rest of the articulation is pretty much the same. The heads are on double ball pegs. You can see how it's moving around on this one, and you can see how it's moving around on this one. The helmet always gets misaligned on this one too. And, yeah, this one's a little bit of a mess. One thing with the soft goods I do want to point out, this one has extra pieces on the bottom to weigh it down. I don't really think that was necessary, and also has the stitching along the edges, which it doesn't look too bad. But this one does not have stitching along the edges, and it does not have the things weighing it down, so it looks a little better. And the cloth actually sits on him really nice. You might have to work with a little bit for certain poses, but you can really get the cloth sitting on him nice. You can get it sitting on him nicely as well, however, this one is a little better with the cloth and soft goods. Also, one really nice thing about this Vader is that the hilt can actually go onto the side of the belt right there, unlike that one. However, it is a soft connector and a soft hilt, so it is actually kind of difficult to work with that. A couple issues with this figure. The legs, the more you pose them, the looser they get. Also, this ankle is very loose. You can see this is just kind of a loose situation going on here. Also, the soft goods may fray a little bit because they don't have that folded over stitching, so I would be careful about that. And also, the back of the helmet, it doesn't have this giant mold seam along the side that you can see on this one. However, it does have this really ugly cutoff point. You can see it right there. That's actually, it looks way worse in person. It's on the back, so it's not too bad, but you can see how nicely it hits the light there. Yeah, you can pretty much guess which one I prefer. This Vader right here is a contender for one of the figures of the year. It really is. I really do enjoy it. This guy I actually still do enjoy. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. But yeah, this is the Vader to get. Just get this one. Just get this one. It will be released later on in a single package, and I highly recommend you get that release. You could also get the 40th anniversary release with the base, however, it is very space consuming, and if you don't have that space, I would say wait. But overall, guys, this is the 1/12 scale Vader to get, in my opinion. It's affordable. It's not one of those expensive imports where you're scared to break it. It's a very nice product. I really do love the sculpt, the detail, the articulation, the paint. It looks great. I'm not even considering the Emperor's Wrath Vader in this comparison because it's pretty much this exact thing with a new helmet, and it's not even that much better because it's in clear blue and it doesn't even have lightning effect parts. What are you doing, Hasbro? It also does have a new hand, but I actually got rid of my Emperor's Wrath Vader because I didn't really care about it anymore. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this comparison. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook and Instagram page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.